Detention warrants with a demand for arrest have been issued for 3 prosecutors who took part in a major corruption probe that went public on December 17, 2013, Turkish media have reported. Media outlets have claimed that the warrants have been issued for prosecutors Zekeriya Öz, Celal and Mehmet Yüzgeç on charges of forming an illegal organization, attempting to topple or incapacitate the Turkish government through the use of force or coercion and preventing it from performing its duties partially or completely. On May 12 of this year, the second chamber of the HSYK voted to expel from the legal profession Öz, Yüzgeç and prosecutor Muammer Akkaş, who launched the December 17 graft probe, as well as Judge Süleyman Karaçöl. The board's members were quick to deny any political interference in their decision. Businessmen close to the ruling Justice and Development Party, AK Party, 4 then cabinet ministers and the sons of 3 of the ministers were detained on December 17, 2013 on charges of corruption as part of the massive corruption probe. In October of last year, Prosecutor Ekrem Aydner dropped the case against the suspects in the December 17 corruption investigation, claiming that there were no grounds for legal action against them. The investigation was overseen by Aydner after he replaced Kara, who was working under then Istanbul Deputy Chief Prosecutor Öz. The government immediately replaced Kara and Öz after the graft investigation became public. On May 12, the second chamber of the HSYK voted to disbar prosecutors Öz, Kara, Yüzgeç and Muammer Akkaş, who had launched the December 17 graft probe, as well as Judge Süleyman Karaçöl. The board's members were quick to deny any political interference in their decision. The major corruption scandal implicated then Prime Minister Recep Tayyip Erdoğan's family, his inner circle and 4 former ministers, who later were removed from their posts. Soon after the graft probe was launched, the prosecutors were targeted by the HSYK, which was restructured and subordinated to then ruling Justice and Development Party, AK Party, through a shift into the law concerning the judicial body. The 3 prosecutors had spoken out against the government's unlawful practices and its role in blocking the graft investigation, leading the HSYK to launch an inquiry against the prosecutors and finally dismiss them from the office. Öz, who was praised by the government at the time of conducting an investigation into the Ergenekon case, dubbed the trial of the century, was later vilified for being the deputy chief prosecutor overseeing the graft probes that went public on December 17, implicating many government figures. He was first assigned to Bolu province and demoted before being subjected to an investigation launched by the HSYK and subsequently suspended from his job for the duration of the trial. Öz repeatedly criticized the government-led pressure on him and other prosecutors linked to the corruption investigation via tweets from his personal account. In his recent tweets, Öz warned that the law is not something that is peculiar to a certain class in reference to the government's controversial practices and that those who are in power and capable of twisting the law in line with their interests might be subjected to the same laws. A few days ago, several police officers had visited Öz's house to determine his address on the orders of the prosecutor overseeing the investigation into Öz, a move that drew the prosecutor's ire. In reaction to the police visit, Öz wrote on his Twitter account on August 7 that he will file a criminal complaint against those who came to his door. I will file a criminal complaint both against the police officers and prosecutor Mehmet who dispatched the police officers to my home, Öz stated on August 7. The graft investigation has rocked the political scene, prompting the government to stifle the probe by purging the prosecutors and police chiefs who launched the investigation. On December 17, Istanbul police officers raided the Fatih municipality building and detained 37 people, including Mayor Mustafa Demir and his brother Sabahattin Demir. Following questioning by a court in Istanbul, 10 of the suspects were arrested. However, these suspects were later released pending trial. Yet, Prosecutor Ekrem Aydner decided on October 20, 2014 to drop the case against the suspects of the December 17 corruption investigation.